Today is the first session on web UI programming.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. We are continuing on this web UI. So let me continue. Here, UI here it is a user interface. Web UI here. So one is here. It is first of all it is a user interface. To create this user interactive page, we have to learn that list of all topics are here. One is HTML 4 and 5. Second topic CSS 2 and 3. Third topic is here JavaScript. Here fourth one here it is jQuery. Fifth one here it is Ajax. Sixth one here it is responsive design. Here responsive design. Seventh one will be here Bootstrap. Here eighth one will be here less and SAS programming. Ninth one here it is project. 10th one here exam. So total duration of my content will be here next 2 months. Next 2 months, I'm going to continue on all these topics. This is web UI. UI here it is a user interface. User interface here, user can easily interact with our application. Here, user can easily interact with a program. So with a browser. So by using this UI programming. So user interface. This is an interface to interact user with a server program, server and databases. Here that we will learn it under this UI. Here once I enter any URL, suppose if I enter here google.com, you can see here one Google homepage. This is what one UI. Here, whatever you will search it here in the search box here, whatever you are entering here in the search box, the data will be redirected to server. Here, my input is redirecting to server page. Server will interact with database. Here, this is my server program. Server will interact with search option will go for server program. Server program will connect to database. Database back to server. Server will give you resultant page for us. That is that resultant page is again UI page. Here that resultant page is again a UI page. Here itself you can find it here UI. UI means here it is a user interface. Here UI here it is a user interface. To create this user interactive page, we have to learn that list of all topics. All are like here, all are like this. Here, whatever I'm searching here, it will connect to server program. That servers are here. It may be a PHP page, Java page, .NET page, Python. Here, etc. all comes under server programs. Here, my UI page is connecting with the server page, server connecting to database. Here, these databases are here. Maybe Oracle, MySQL, SQL Server, MongoDB, here, etc. all comes under server programs. Here, UI page will connect to server, server connect to database, database back to server, server will give you resultant page. This resultant page here it is, you will get it here, link 1, link 2, link 3. All the list of links, you will get it as our output. So that you can see here as our UI page. This is what user interface. This user interface will interact with the server, server interact with database. This is what here totally UI program. Totally UI program. So our UI page is interacting with the server page, server interacting with the database back to server, server will give you resultant page. This is totally MVC architecture. Here, model, view, controller architecture generally we will follow. Here itself, model, view, controller. Here, controller part is by server program. Model part is also by server program. Only the view part is by UI program. Because of our UI programming, only view part can be implemented by our UI program. Okay, here model view controller architecture generally we will follow to design our output. Here in this model view controller architecture, model and controller generally will develop it by our UI. Okay, here we always follow MVC architecture to design our output. In this MVC architecture, here model view controller architecture we are following here. Model and controller we will design it by our server programs. Here, three-tier architecture we are following here. This is a model view controller. Here, three tiers. So in this class, in this 9 p.m. class, we are learning only the UI part. Only the UI part we are learning here. In this UI part, here, suppose if you are entering here, one front end, here, suppose if you are entering here, facebook.com. In this is what here, Facebook login page. Login page of the Facebook is like this. Here in this time, what you can see here in this Facebook page, here once you enter your email address and password, your page will be redirected to server. Here once you enter your username and password, your data will be redirected to server. Here that server page, here it is, you can understand here, PHP. PHP as a server program for this application. Here we are using here PHP as our server program to develop our application. We are learning here UI. UI means user interface. To create this user interactive page, we are learning here that list of all topics are here like this. Here we are following here UI. UI means here user interface. To create this user interactive page, we are learning here all topics all are like this. Here, after submitting this PHP page, it will connect this Facebook page, it will connect to PHP. So it is following MVC architecture here, this Facebook application. Here it is one UI page. It is connecting with a PHP server program and it is connecting with any one database. Maybe Oracle, MySQL, SQL Server, any database we can interact. Here, in this time, we are following three-tier architecture. Similar way, I'll show you one more website. Here, Oracle Create Account page. So if you check this Oracle Create Account page, in this, you can see here email address, password, submit button, confirm password, country, all informations you can see here. Once you click submit button here, your data will be redirected to server. Here, your total data information will be redirected to server. Here, once you click submit button here, your data is redirecting to server. That server will interact with database. Here, our UI page. Here is our UI page is interacting with the server page, server interacting with database. This is what totally MVC architecture. Model View Controller Architecture generally will design it to develop our application. Okay, model view controller architecture generally we will follow to design our application. In this model view controller architecture, here model part, controller part, view part, we are using here to develop our application. Here model view controller architecture we are following to design our output. Here in this time, once you click submit button, your data, all your input fields will be redirected to server page. Here, this is also following MVC architecture. Here, this web page, after submitting your web page, it will connect to server. That server here, see it is connecting with a server program. Here, this is our UI page. UI is connecting with the server page, JSP. This JSP page will connect to database. This is what totally MVC architecture. We are following MVC architecture to design our application. Here, this URL is an example for Java page as a server page and it will connect with database. This is totally MVC architecture we are following to design our output. Model view controller architecture we are following here. In this time, UI page is connecting with the server, server connecting to database, database back to server, server will give you resultant page for us. This is totally MVC architecture. Here, Facebook is example for you. 3-tier architecture and Oracle create account page is also following 3-tier architecture. Like this, for few websites only, it will show you what is that server page. For few websites, it don't show you any related server page information in the URL. Here, whatever UI page you are learning here, this UI page will connect to server, server connected to database. That is totally MVC architecture. Here in this MVC architecture, we are following model view controller architecture. Under this model view controller architecture, here view part, controller part and the UI part, whatever we are designing here, that complete application, we can easily develop it by our program. Here, next one, here UI programming we are learning here. In this, here UI connecting with a JSP or a Java page or a PHP page that will connect to database. This is totally MVC architecture we are following here. In this MVC architecture, model view controller architecture, we are learning only the UI part. Here, everyday class, I'll upload it in one Gmail drive. I created already one 9 p.m. Gmail drive for you. Everyday class, recordings, notes, class related paint files, programs, documents, everything I'll upload it in your drive. So generally you will get my notes from this drive. Here, everyday class, I'll upload it here in this. Here, everyday paint file. Paint file, I'll save it with a date wise. Date wise, all paint files I'll upload here. Here, next one here, recordings, everyday class recordings, I'll upload it here in this recordings folder. Here, programs, everyday class programs, I'll upload it here in this programs folder. Okay, in this programs folder. Here, next one, recordings folder. Everyday class recordings, I'll upload it in this recordings folder. Here, this drive I'll generally share with the students. I'll share my drive with the students like this. Here, every day they can check my drive and I'll conduct weekend test. So that is what I mentioned in the starting. Here in our UI programming, I'm going to explain this list of all topics. Along with that, here, Saturdays I'll go for project session, one Saturday project session, one Saturday exam. Like that, I'll continue. One Saturday I'll go for project session, one Saturday it will be exam. So this way only I'll, here this way only I'll continue my Monday to Saturday classes. The next 2 months, I'm going to continue on all topics and everyday class related task you will get it. So once one topic is completed, the topic related task I'll give you and the topic related project session I'll explain to you. So by this, you can follow everyday class and you will understand this class related topic, how it will be helpful in the real time. And along with that, once I conduct test here, so by that you can check it within that 15 days, within that 10 days duration, how much syllabus you have learned in the class, that you can understand by that exam. So how much effort you are keeping on the subject, that you can understand by the exam. Okay. Here we are learning here UI. UI means here user interface. In this user interface, I'm explaining here what all topics we have and each topic basic information and topic related project session I'll explain to you in the here topic related project session I'll cover in the class itself. Here topic related project session I'll cover you in the class itself. Here Monday to Saturday sessions I'll continue in everyday class. Here Monday to Saturday sessions I'll continue for your class. Here, this is one information and one more one here. Everyday class, I'll upload it in here. And I'll share my drive access along with that, my mail address. Here, I'll share my mail address with the students. So generally, here I'll communicate with the students with that address, with this mail address only. See here, like this, any information about the class, generally I'll share to the students like this in the mail. So by that, you can communicate with me in the mail. And if I give any task to you, you can complete that task and you can send to me. So that way, generally, you can we can continue. Here, that way only generally we'll continue our classes. Here, I'm explaining here UI. UI means user interface. In this user interface, what all topics we have, each topic related basic information I'm explaining, and topic related programs, I'll upload it in your drive. So generally, I'll communicate like this. Here, next I'm writing here. One second. Yes, here. Here, we are continuing on this UI. Each topic brief information. Here, topic related information and topic related content I'll explain to you here in this. Here, we are learning here UI. UI means user interface. In this, we are learning here all list of topics, all are like this. Okay. And here, now I'll explain to you in the basically first two sessions, today and tomorrow, I'll continue like demonstration. Here, each topic brief information. And first, what is our UI? And after that, each topic brief information I'll cover you in the class. Each topic related brief information generally I'll cover you in the class itself. Here, we are learning here UI. UI means user interface. In this user interface, we are learning here what all topics we have, and each topic brief information I am covering here in the class itself. Here, we are learning UI. Here, first topic of our course is here HTML. HTML is a hypertext markup language. It's a hypertext markup language. Here, markup means here it is tag-based programming. Here, markup means here it is tag-based programming. Here, tag is nothing but it's an instruction to browser. We can give our instructions to the browser in the form of tags. We have two types of tags we have. Here, one is paid tag. Second one is here unpaid tag. We have two types of tags. We have one is paid tag, another one unpaid tag. Here, I'm explaining here HTML is a hypertext markup language. It's completely a tag-based programming. Check it here. If you go for this website, Facebook, here if you right-click inspect element on this, here itself, if you right-click inspect element on this, you can see some code here. This is here doc type HTML head and body. Here doc type HTML head and body is the standard code of HTML. Here doc type HTML head and body is the standard code of HTML. So here if I delete this body tag, you cannot see any output here. If I delete the body tag, you cannot see any output here. So once you refresh, all will back. Here, you can find it here. Doc type HTML head and body is the standard code of HTML. If you remove this body tag, delete this body, you cannot see any output here. So once you refresh here, all will back. Here, once you remove this head tag, just delete the head tag. See here, you can see the content, but you cannot see proper alignment for this Facebook. Here, Facebook logo is very big size. Text boxes and buttons are smaller and content is displaying like this. Here, this type of output you can show to the user. This is possible by our UI programming. And if you don't write the CSS for our application, output will come like this. Here, if I don't write the CSS for this, output will come like this. This is the way we can display our output for our application. We are writing here doc type HTML head and body. Under this, here doc type, here it is document type of HTML. Head tag and body tag we can show for our program. In this, head section is used to add CSS and JavaScript code. Here body section is used to add, here body tag is used to add our content, total HTML tags for our program. Total HTML tags, we will write it with this body tag. Here inside the body tag only, we will write it here, content for our application. Here itself, I'm explaining here, doc type HTML head and body is the standard code of HTML. See, even if you check it here, Oracle create account page or a Facebook page or any other page, everywhere you can see here doc type HTML head and body. In this zoom.com also you can see here when you right click inspect element on this, you can see that code here, that is also doc type HTML head and body. That is the standard code. Here standard code of HTML will be here doc type HTML head and body. Here itself you can see here doc type HTML head and body is the standard code of HTML. Okay, here doc type, here it is document type of HTML. Head and body tag you can show for your program. Okay, here if you remove this head tag, just delete the head tag, you cannot see any output for this. Here if you don't write the head tag, how the output will be displayed, you can check it here. See, doc type HTML head and body is the standard code. Here you can see here that content how it is displaying for us. Here doc type HTML head and body is the standard code. In this doc type here it is document type of HTML. Here doc type, here it is document type of HTML. Head and body you can see. So basic information here, whenever you write whenever we design our HTML page, it should be here doc type, HTML start, HTML close. Under this, we can write it here, head start and close and body start and close. Head and body tag is the standard code of HTML. Head is used to write our header information. Body is used to write body part of our application. Head is used for header information. Total header information, CSS and JavaScript code, jQuery code, Ajax code, all we will write it under this head section. Under this body tag, we can write it here, here all other informations. Here under this body tag, we can write it here, all other in buttons, radio button, checkbox, drop down list, all we will write it under this body tag. Here I'm explaining here doc type HTML head and body. Doc type, here it is document type of HTML. Here only you can find it here, document type of HTML, head and body tag is the standard code of HTML. Here doc type HTML head and body, this is doc type, here it is document type of HTML, it is the doc type. Here this way you can show your output. Here doc type HTML head and body is the standard code of HTML. This way only we can execute our code. Okay. Here First topic of our course HTML. HTML is here hypertext markup language. It is mainly document type of HTML. It is doc type. Here document type of HTML is comes under doc type. Here doc type HTML head and body. Here document type of HTML is the doc type. Doc type HTML head and body is the standard code of HTML. Under this, you can see here how to write this doc type HTML head and body. When you enter in the HTML programming, you will understand what is the use of that particular each tag and tag related information. You will understand there. Next one here, second topic of our course is here CSS. Here CSS, here it is cascading style sheet. Here cascading style sheet. This is mainly style part of web page. Here style part of the web page we can create it with the CSS. Here style part here. Here style part of the web. Here CSS, here style part we are using here to implement that CSS part. Here style part of the application we can design it easily by say here style part of the web page we can create it with the CSS. Under the style part, here only you can find it here. Style part of the web page here it is CSS. Here style part of web page. Here no, here background colors. Here here background colors, we can write it here, background color, background image, background position, like this. We can write it here, all background related properties, we can write it for our program with this. Here background colors, borders, text related styles, font related styles, here etc. etc. alignments, 2D, 3D graphics, all we will write it with the CSS. Here with the CSS only, we can write it here, complete alignment of our application. Here, complete alignment of our application, we can write it with the CSS. Second part. Here, third one, here it is JavaScript. See here, you can check it here, that CSS, here JavaScript, here CSS here, suppose if you want to change button color, border color, any colors, if you want to change it, you can change it with the CSS. Now, right click, inspect element on that button. See here, you can see here, button related color will be here like this. This button color, if you want to change it, you can change like this. Everything you can check it with a practical example. See here, you can check it here like this. Okay, so here colors of this program, you can change it like this. Here, this is the second topic of our content here, that is CSS. Because of this CSS, we can easily develop our application like this. Here, CSS, because of that CSS, we can easily develop our application like this. Next one, here, CSS only, not only the Here, this button color, if you want, you can change the div tag color. Here, outer one, all colors, we can change it with this. This is one div tag. Here, this is outer div tag. Here, this is one outer div tag, outer div tag. Here, completely outer div tag is like this. See, it is showing here white color. If I want to change it here, whatever color I want it, I can change it like this. Okay, so this way we can show you here color changes, alignment changes, all will do it by CSS. First topic HTML, we are creating skeleton part of the web page. Second topic CSS, it is giving here alignment for our application. Left and right alignment of the application, we can do it with this CSS. Third topic of our course is here JavaScript. Here, third topic of our course is here JavaScript. JavaScript, it will add it here functionality of web page. Here, functionality of web page, we can create it with this JavaScript. Here, functionality of our web page, we can create it with this JavaScript. Here, functionalities are here. Here, cookies, here, validations, all we will write it with this JavaScript. Here, we can create it here, cookies, we can write it here, local storages, session storages, here validations, all we will write it with this JavaScript. Here, JavaScript, it will add it here, functionality to our application. Functionalities are here. Here, client side all validations we are doing here with this JavaScript. Here, mainly this validation part, we can easily develop it with the JavaScript. Here, JavaScript, it is adding here functionality to our application. These functionalities are here. Here, validation of the application form, local storages, session storages, animations, here, etc. We will learn it with this JavaScript. Here, in this time, JavaScript, it will add it here, functionality to our application. Here, cookies, validations, local storages, session storages. Here, see, I'll submit my application form here. I'll submit it. See, this email address box, password box, submit button, this logo image, these all by HTML. Here, if you, here background color, center alignment, border radius, background color, this background color and button color, all by CSS. Here, if you submit your application form, you are getting error message here. See, I'm getting error message here. This error message is because of JavaScript. Here, this error message is because of JavaScript. Okay. So, every class example, I'll show you like this with the practical example. So, in my class, every topic I'll explain, topic related real-time implementation, I'll cover you in the class. Here, real-time implementation part, I'll cover you in the class. So, that way, I'll continue all my classes. Here, we are learning here UI. UI means user interface. In this first topic HTML, it is creating skeleton part of the web page. Second topic CSS, it will add it here functionality, it will add it here alignment and background colors, border colors, all text related, font related styles. We will write it with this here CSS. Here and after that JavaScript adds functionality to our application. Here, any type of functionalities we can write it with this JavaScript. Here, functionality of a web page, we can easily develop it with this JavaScript. Here, functionalities are here, cookies, local storage, session storage, animations, etc., etc. All we will learn it with this JavaScript.
Questions level.
Here, functionality to our application, we can easily develop it with this JavaScript. So like this, I'll continue all my topics. Here, each topic related explanation and topic related implementation, I'll explain to you in the class. And once the topic is over, I'll conduct one test on that particular topic. Generally, for every batch, once one topic is over, the topic related project session I'll conduct and topic related exam I'll conduct. So exam means all multiple choice questions only. I'll upload question paper in your Gmail drive. So by that you will get that question paper and you can write your answers there. So that way, generally, I'll communicate with the students. Okay. Yeah. So in tomorrow's session, I'll continue with the remaining all topics. Example, I'll explain to you in the next session tomorrow. So in first two demonstration time, I'll explain to you each topic introduction and each topic related information I'll cover you in the class. So up to now, if you have any doubt, you can ask, please. Any doubts? Satyam, Sandeep, Karim.
Ma'am, regarding database, are we going to use any database?
Yeah, I'll use how much it is required for developing the front end to back end to server. For development, that much I'll use. I'll use PHP as a server page and MySQL as the database. Okay, but this programming is related to only UI part.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes, any other doubts? Yes, any other doubts? Okay, fine. Here, please lift the call from organizer. DurgaSoft people will call you for the feedback of this class. Lift their call and respond to your feedback. Accordingly, come tomorrow class, come and join in the same link for tomorrow's class on the continuation of demonstration. After tomorrow's class, you can give your confirmation and we'll continue our class. Okay, that's it. Thank you.